Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Dark Tower, and this movie came out in 2017, starring Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. And Matthew McConaughey was the best part of this movie, I'm just going to say that. He was very funny in the movie, like unintentionally funny. But when he was on screen, I was entertained, and Idris Elba, I thought he was okay in the movie. I didn't hate him, like when he was on screen, like I didn't completely hate seeing him. His character wasn't annoying, which is more than I can say for the rest of the characters in this movie, because there's usually at least one character that I like in a movie that's an adaptation of a Stephen King book. But in this movie, I just didn't care for anyone in this movie, nor did I find them interesting. And this movie is an hour and a half long, and everything just feels so rushed and thrown together and not properly developed. Like everything is just, this is how this is, and this is this way, and this is that way. And that's all you're pretty much given, but it doesn't really develop anything properly, so you'd never really get a good understanding of the world that you're in. And that was upsetting to me. The first 20 minutes were a bit of a chore to get through, because it's the exact same nonsense that I've seen a million times in a bunch of other movies, but not done in any way that's interesting, unique, or in a way that feels authentic. It's incredibly forced, and all of the drama is just irritating to me. The music in this movie was bland and forgettable. Like, I can't even remember one note from this movie's score. Like, that's how bland it was to me. Like, I was forgetting it as I was listening to it. Like one of those. The action scenes were boring to me. They weren't impressively done. Luckily, it wasn't terribly edited together, like you could make out what was going on. But at the same time, I didn't care about what was going on because I didn't care about the characters or the story, or there was no personality in the filmmaking, or there was nothing interesting in this movie. It was just, this is happening, and I guess it's a bit more entertaining than the non-action scenes. But that's not really saying all that much. A good chunk of this movie is just nothing happening, and I was just waiting for something interesting to happen, and a couple things that did happen that I can probably remember this movie for, and they kind of happened towards the end, but that's about it. The CGI in this movie was bad and noticeable. I never once believed that it was a part of the environment, and overall, this was a film that just left zero impact on me. Like, I was just watching it on Netflix, and a scene would go by, and I'm like, okay, that scene happened. I don't really care about what was happening in that scene. Next scene. No impact left on me. I don't care what's going on with the characters. Next scene. Matthew McConaughey is on screen eventually. He is funny, at least. He's the only part of this movie that left an impact on me. The rest of the movie, zero impact on me, except for maybe like a couple moments. The only reason I watched this movie was because it was short, like an hour and a half. That's a good thing about it, but at the same time, I wish that it was properly developing everything that it was showing. I wish that I cared about the characters. I wish there was like something to remember this movie for. I'm also kind of forgetting about this movie as I'm talking about it. Like, there are a couple things that I can remember because I took notes, but if I didn't take any notes for this movie, I would forget about this movie instantly. So skip this movie. There's absolutely no reason to watch it. I wouldn't even recommend watching it on Netflix, where you can watch it in 1.5 times speed, because it's not like an enjoyable experience, really. It just makes it less painful to sit through. And I have like absolutely nothing else to say about this movie. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Dark Tower a 2 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 1 out of 10 for me is because there are other movies I've seen in my life that are worse than this that I would give a 1 out of 10 to. So 2 out of 10 could have been worse, but that's not saying much. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Dark Tower, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Coda. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.